As of March 10, 2020, there have been at least 113,672 cases, out of which 4,012 people have died as a result of the outbreak of a new coronavirus, now known as COVID-19. The number of confirmed cases of the virus in China has risen to 80,924, and infections have been reported in at least 110 countries, areas, and territories. As the novel coronavirus and panic about the coronavirus continues to spread around the world, so too are bogus claims, conspiracy theories, and misinformation about the disease. There's so much inaccurate misinformation floating around out there that the World Health Organization is calling it an infodemic, and perhaps the clearest sign of the times. WHO has joined TikTok to help set the record straight. The myths exist both on the fringes of the internet and in more mainstream outlets. And while social media platforms are now taking steps to elevate credible information and remove content that could confuse people, meanwhile censorship and government mistrust in some countries have created a petri dish for misinformation to spread. Here's the truth about the new coronavirus. But before getting into the context of this video, let's quickly know what coronavirus really is. What is the coronavirus? Coronaviruses are a family of hundreds of viruses that can cause fever, respiratory problems, and sometimes gastrointestinal symptoms too. The 2019 novel or new coronavirus is one of the 7 members of this family known to infect humans, and third in the past 3 decades to jump from animals to humans. Since emerging in China in December, the new coronavirus has caused a global health emergency, sickening almost 100,000 people worldwide and so far killing more than 4,000 plus people. About 500 cases had been reported in the US, and 22 people have died. Coronaviruses are named for their crown-like shape and were first identified in the mid-1960s. The virus typically causes respiratory illnesses like the common cold. We typically think of viral content as a chain reaction. You share something with friends, they share it with their friends, and so on. Misinformation about coronavirus has rippled across the internet in recent weeks, from claims the virus is part HIV to conspiracy theories about bioweapons and reports suggesting the virus was linked to people eating bat soup. Is misinformation really more contagious than the virus itself? Today we're gonna talk about the real truth behind the coronavirus, or now known as COVID-19, that many of the reasonable human beings still don't know about, from its origin to bad videos, dubious health advices, and not to mention the amount of racism it has caused around the world. Starting with the most ridiculous claim, Myth 1. Cocaine and alcohol are the cure. Everyone is in a state of panic. Drugstores are out of masks and sanitizers, as people are stocking up on them. While the WHO are releasing advisories, people are believing just about anything and everything they're reading online. The most recent ridiculous false claim is that cocaine and alcohol are the cure. Images of breaking news stories claiming that cocaine is the newest remedy to coronavirus are being reposted on Twitter and Facebook. One Facebook post from January 30 included an image of a bag of cocaine in the background of a news banner that says, "Cocaine kills coronavirus," and scientists is shocked to discover that this drug can fight the virus. No, this grammatically challenged image was not from a real breaking news alert. This image was made by an online news generator. Among several WhatsApp forwards, one encouraged people to drink alcohol to stay safe and kill the deadly virus. Can alcohol really kill coronavirus? Once the virus has already entered the body, spraying alcohol on your body or drinking it cannot kill it, says the World Health Organization. In fact, spraying alcohol can be harmful to clothes and mucous membranes, so it's wrong to say that alcohol and cocaine can help prevent the COVID-19. There is still no cure for the coronavirus. Myth number 2. You need to get a mask. This one's a little trickier and varies from country to country. The CDC, or Center for Disease Control, has said that Americans who are well do not need to wear face masks. While U.S. Surgeon General Jerome Adams warned that masks could actually increase the risk of infection if they aren't worn properly. Given the shortage of masks in the US and the resulting price gouging, US officials have warned the public not to hoard masks, particularly N95 respirators, so that they remain available to those most at risk. So here's the thing, those who should wear masks are people who already have the new coronavirus and could potentially infect others, those caring for an infected patient in closed settings, and healthcare workers. Outside the US, the guidance around face masks is different. Authorities across Asia, which has now been dealing with the virus for months, have urged that people wear surgical masks, particularly on public transportation or in other crowded places, to prevent transmission of the virus. However, Hong Kong's health authority does say that N95 respirators are generally not recommended for use by the general public, given that wearing and removing it properly requires special training. To determine whether you need to wear a mask or not, it's best to check the latest guidance issues by your country's health authorities. Myth number 3. False health advices. A false claim shared 16,000 times on Facebook advises users in the Philippines to keep your throat moist, avoid spicy food, and load up on vitamin C in order to prevent the disease. Another unsubstantiated claim shared online suggests avoiding cold or preserved food and drinks such as ice cream and milkshakes for at least 90 days. The World Health Organization's official advice for the public on the new coronavirus suggesting only avoid consuming raw or undercooked animal products. There's currently no vaccine against the virus, but standard recommendations to prevent infections apply. This include, first, regular hand washing. Second, covering your mouth and nose with a tissue when coughing and sneezing. Third, thoroughly cooking meat and eggs. 4. Avoiding close contact with anyone showing symptoms of a respiratory illness, such as coughing or fever, and so on. Myth number 4. Bat soup videos. From the very beginning, people speculated online about the origin of the coronavirus. This was exacerbated by a slew of videos said to be showing Chinese people eating bats amid the deadly outbreak in Wuhan. One such clip shows a smiling Chinese woman holding a cooked bat on camera before admitting it tastes like chicken meat. The video prompted outrage online, with some users blaming Chinese eating habits for the outbreak, which eventually enticed racism too. But the video was not shot in Wuhan, or in China for that matter. Originally filmed in 2016, it shows a popular blogger and travel show host, Mengyun Wang, during a trip to Palau, an archipelago in the western Pacific Ocean. The clip resurfaced on social media after cases of the new coronavirus emerged in Wuhan late last year. Following the online backlash, Wang apologized, saying she was just trying to introduce the life of local people to the audience and had not known that bats could be a virus carrier. Her video had since been taken down. The new coronavirus is believed to have emerged from an illegally traded wildlife at a seafood market in Wuhan. Although bats have been named in recent research from China as a possible source of the virus, bat soup is not particularly commonplace in the country, and the investigation into its exact origins continue. Myth 5. Heat can kill the virus. Hand dryers can't kill the virus, according to WHO. The organization also says that UV lamps shouldn't be used to sterilize hands or other areas of the body because the radiation can irritate skin. President Donald Trump has previously suggested that heat kills the virus.
It's going to have a tremendous impact. Now, the virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April.
And that because of this, the current outbreak will have dissipated by spring. But public health experts say there's no way to know this. Myth 6. People who get the coronavirus will die. The death rate for the coronavirus is around 3.4%, and officials say that number is expected to fall. People who get coronavirus will typically get sick with a mild to moderate upper respiratory tract illness, similarly to a common cold. Symptoms include a runny nose, cough, sore throat, headache, and a fever that can last for a couple of days. Most of the time, symptoms will go away on their own. The disease can be fatal, but those cases are rarer. For those with a weakened immune system, the elderly and very young people, there's a chance the virus could cause a lower and much more serious respiratory tract illness like pneumonia or bronchitis. Myth number 7. Home remedies can cure or prevent the virus. Garlic is good for you, so is water and vitamin C. But despite what some corners of social media would have you believe, there's no evidence from the outbreak that eating garlic, sipping water every 15 minutes, or taking vitamin C will protect people from the new coronavirus. Some posts have suggested that putting sesame oil on your body or spraying yourself with alcohol or chlorine will kill the virus. That's also false. There are some chemical disinfectants including bleach, 75% ethanol, paracetic acid, and chloroform that may kill the virus on the surfaces. But if the virus is already in your body, putting those substances on your skin or under your nose won't kill it and can actually be dangerous. And this should go without saying. But please do not ingest chemical disinfectants either. Coronavirus is not just spreading, or we're not seeing misinformations every day. So does racism is taking its toll. Recently, an elderly Asian man was racially abused and mocked by a crowd in San Francisco.
Go get your kids. Oh, yeah. He just robbed your dumb ass. Go get the kids. He said, get both of them. Get your He said, get the He don't want to hit him up. They all his kids. Go get your Hell nah, I ain't helping this nigga. I hate Asians. My kid.
The unidentified victim appeared to be collecting recyclables when he was set upon in what is understood to be the Bayview area of the city. And then again, an East Asian man who was violently assaulted and robbed by 4 teenagers, shouting coronavirus at him, has warned that the spread of the disease has created a climate of racism in the UK. A 24-year-old tax consultant is thought to be the first violent hate crime linked to the virus reported to British authorities. Anti-Asian racism has been reported in the UK and elsewhere, and now French Asians have complained of abuse on public transport and social media. They have been using the hashtag #I'mNotAvirus. That's exactly what happened to a 29-year-old Korean woman named Ji Seong-woo. An interpreter who lives in the Netherlands was biking the 10 minutes home from the Monday dance class she looks forward to every week. Now 2 men with brown hair and beards driving past her on a scooter yelled out Chinese and started calling her racial slurs. And the man sitting on the back tried to even punch her. Now imagine being Korean living in Netherlands and people assuming they're your Chinese and calling you racial slurs and blaming everything for whatever is going on right now. Only because you're an Oriental person. Now just imagine as you're watching this video, an Oriental person is probably being racially harassed.